Hello, 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 and welcome back to Creative Melody. I'm Anthony Frazer, and this is
Marlene Marvelous.
And do we have a video for you? We are diving into some unboxing videos. We are going down the rabbit hole of Britney Spears. So here we go.
Until I feel the vibrations.
Up next, we have a vinyl, an OG vinyl, okay? This is the Oops, I Did It Again Remixes vinyl. So without further ado, let's dive in. Here we go. Oh, well, I guess I should just show you the cover. Okay, so this is the cover. Period. Now let me take off this plastic because it'll probably help with the glare. Period. So, this is the remix vinyl that went out, and it had, I think it was 6 exclusive remixes on it.
Okay.
So here goes side A. And side B. Yes. So this actually had on side A, Rodney Jerkins remix, music breakdown mix, Aspina crossover mix, and then on side B, it had Jack D. Elliott's club mix, Rip Rock and Alex G. Oops, We Remixed Again, and then Aspina's deep edit. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of the songs from this time frame that I absolutely love. I just feel like Britney did remixes really, really well at this point in her career. Like, you know, the first album was a bit wonky. There were some remixes that I was just like, girl, were we sure about that? You know? Like Baby One More Time had great remixes. Then there was a couple that was on like the remix albums for You Drive Me Crazy, and then sometimes had a couple of remixes, right? And some of them were good, some of them weren't, right?
Yeah.
But when it came to Oops, I Did It Again, it's like they really focused on making sure that there were some club mixes, you know? So I was really, really hype about it, but there is like a CD version of this. And then there is, which is kind of like inverted, the cover, and it's a little bit metallic looking. And then you have the vinyl version, which went out to DJs. Now, another thing that's really cool is that Britney focused more on physical singles, like CD singles, jeweled cases, stuff like that, for the actual reproduction of the singles of the remixes. And then when it came to vinyls, Britney never released albums on vinyls, so we only got like club mixes and singles on vinyls, and we really only got the first couple of albums. We really didn't get much of the albums from, like, I don't know, I would say probably Circus on. We really didn't get many vinyls after that, so yeah.
Okay.
I really like this. And then there was also a Britney Spears Oops, I Did It Again remixes and rarities that was released 18 years later. B-sides and remixes. And so this was really cool too, because then you kind of got some of the songs from each of their remixes that were put out that she, like, you know, were her favorites that were on here. But we'll be unboxing this later,
Okay.
so we'll be able to see it. Do you have any questions about it? I mean, like...
Well, first of all, what's taking me out is Oops, We Remixed Again.
We remixed again.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, did any of these make it onto any of the remix albums that Britney ever released?
So Britney released 2 remix albums. One was called Be in the Mix, the Remixes, and then there was also Be in the Mix, the Remixes Volume 2.
Okay.
And some fans have made volumes 3 and 4 on their own time. But yeah, some of the mixes did get to go out, but I don't think these mixes ever made it to that. I think she picked brand new remixes
Okay.
for those albums because I also don't think Oops is even on there.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Because, I mean, like, I feel like when we kind of transitioned from, like, Baby One More Time into Oops started to feel a little, like, the thing is, I mean, we'll get into this, like, a little bit more and go a little bit more in depth about it, but I'm just going to make a statement. I feel like...
Yeah, we only have Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know. That's the only one that made it onto the actual remix album. But, listen, Britney put out she put out maxi singles for all of her singles. So, like, every time she released a single, you got, like, the single, where it was, like, just the song. And then you got the single, which had, like, the instrumental, the acapella, and then the single itself. And then you had the remix singles. And that was, like, a maxi single, and it had, like, 6 or 7 tracks on it, and then it had all remixes. So she did those for every single individual single to kind of help promote more of the physical sales.
Yeah.
So that's probably why she waited so long to put out like a remixed album. But yeah.
Because, I mean, like, I just kind of feel like with Oops, it was that really good in between of, like, going from, like, Baby One More Time into Britney. You know what I mean? It was that perfect transition because I do feel like she was kind of experimenting just a little bit with that, like, a more mature kind of club-ish kind of sound. Because I feel like out of all the songs, like, I just feel like, especially a song like Oops and, like, even Stronger, those are definitely songs that I could hear, like, at a club, especially being remixed. Those would be so much fun. I mean, you could throw in Lucky. I mean, what's the,
As a club song?
Yes, but I mean, like, that's more like the gay clubs, you know, who want to turn everything into, you know,
Who they tested a lot of Britney's remixes at the gay clubs. She was on to that. She used to go to the gay clubs to see how her songs would be played before they were actually, like, ready to go to the album. She would test them at the clubs first.
Yeah.
She was doing what Taylor Swift was, you know, pretty much doing now. Like, she was ahead of the curve, ahead of the game.
But instead of, like, the gay bars, it's mostly just Starbucks for, you know, white women.
Well, Britney was at Starbucks, too. Britney's the reason why Starbucks is Starbucks. Do you know that some of the songs from Blackout were actually written on Starbucks napkins?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so, like, the ideas and some of the lyrics of the songs were written on napkins at Starbucks.
Work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I really could see, like, a song like Oops really being remixed very well and for, like, the clubs and stuff. So this makes me very curious to actually listen to some of the remixes because I can only imagine what they would sound like and how you would even remix it.
Right. True. I don't know. I love a lot of the Oops remixes just because I feel like they did really, really well. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they kind of, like, they transitioned. Like, I can hear, like, 3 or 4 different versions of remixes of Oops right now, and I'm just like, yeah, they were really good. Especially the ones from, like, the Britney's Dance Beat, If You Know, You Know. Okay? Britney's Dance Beat had, like, specific remixes that were sent to that game, whether you had Game Boy Advance or you had the computer game, or you had the PlayStation 2 version, which I have all three of them. But yes, there were specific ones when you would like figure out the puzzles and stuff like that. Like they had you, there was like these main things that you would do to kind of like compete against one another to level up. And then there were these smaller things that you could do to earn like different keys throughout the series, or different tokens, I would say. And then, yeah, there would be like specific remixes that you could hear during that. So that was really cool too. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was like, honestly like a little flashback. Like I was stuck in my head for a second. But we will see you guys in the next video. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button for all future videos. Bye for now.
Bye.
Until I feel the vibrations.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Be sure to keep watching. There's plenty more videos to go through. Plenty more.
Go check it out right now.